Hello all, welcome to our channel Globalfinx. Prem Kasi this side, a chartered accountant and a company secretary, a blockchain and a fintech enthusiast. In this video, I would like to share my views on a concept called digital signature. Recently, ICAI has issued a notification stating that members of the institute can use e-signatures on all kinds of communications that they are going to do with their clients. Giving due importance to Information Technology Act and also Indian Evidence Act, any document which is validly signed by using any e-signature is legally valid. It applies to all kinds of audit reports and attestation certificates and also all kinds of engagement documents. Considering the current COVID situations, we auditors need to use this more often than ever. Well, but how many of you know how the concept of digital signature works? How the verification concept of digital signature works? The document on which we signed electronically is not tampered with. Well, in this video, I'm going to discuss with you all how the concept of digital signature works and how we can verify that the contents of signed document are not modified subsequently. Well, let us see the following 4 technical terms so that we'll get a bigger picture on how the concept of digital signature works. The first term is hash. Hash is nothing but the fingerprint of the data or the fingerprint of a digital document, which means that any length of text will be converted into alphanumeric characters like this. These can use SHA-1 mechanism or MD5 mechanism, or lot of hashing algorithms are there. So using that, any digital document will be converted into a text like this. The second term is private key. You might have aware of this particular token. So this contains your private key. This should be kept very confidentially and it is issued by your certifying authority proving your identity. Remember, this should be kept very confidentially and should never be disclosed. The third technical term is public key. The relation between private key and public key is that using private key you can generate your public key, whereas from the public key you can never discover your private key, or the people who are using this will never discover your private key. This can be disclosed to anyone whom you are trusting or whom you want to send your digitally signed document, and this is used to verify the signature, whereas the private key is used to create the signature. Now the last term, what is signed document? Any digital document on which you are putting your private key will be called a signed document. But do remember, you are not certifying the contents of the PDF. You are putting your signature on the hash of this document. So on the hash you are putting your private key. So that will be called as digitally signed document. Well, till now we have seen the technical terms associated with understanding a digital signature. Now let us see a practical approach with a diagram. See, for example, this is the audit report which you are going to give to your client. This audit report, since it is in digital form, based on the contents of the audit report, a hash value will be generated. The hash value here is 10010011010, a sort of a fixed length. Remember, any length of audit report will be converted to fixed hash, fixed length of hash. Well, on this hash you are putting your private key, which means you are actually signing the document. Until this we have seen how to put a digital signature. Now let us see how your client or MCA will verify the signature. So client or MCA has received your signed document and they will have your public key. As I told you, public key is one key pair which you can easily or freely communicate to the interested parties or communicate to the parties you are dealing with. So they are already having your public key. With this public key they will decode this signed message, okay, signed document. That will give you one more hash value. If the hash value which is given or which is generated after your public key versus the initial hash value of the document is same, which means your document is not modified. And this is how the verification process works. Well, so a document is already having its own hash on that you are signing and that you are communicating to your client. the client or MCA who is having your public key, they are verifying the document, which means they are decrypting the hash. The resultant hash versus the original hash, if both are same, then the contents are not modified. Now let me tell you how the process of verification works in case the contents are modified. See, for example, this is your audit report, and this particular audit report is having the hash like this 10010011010 like this. This is the original hash this particular document is having. On this you signed it with your private key, and this signed message you have sent to your client. Now during this particular communication flow, or even after receiving this document, someone has modified the contents of your audit report. They might have changed the turnover or something they altered. Now MCA as a third party, when it verifies your digitally signed document, it takes your public key. Remember, public key can be communicated to anyone, so everyone will have a copy of your public key. With this public key, they will decrypt your signed message, and by decrypting they will arrive at the hash value. In this case, since it is modified, the hash also will change. So you will end up, or MCA will see a hash like this. See, this hash is not same as original hash. So this hash is not same as this hash, which proves that the contents are modified. So this is how the process of verification works. Hope you got a bigger picture on how the concept of digital signature works, and all this happens on real-time basis. When I told you that MCA will put the public key, it is not they are actually communicating to you. Okay, this public key will transfer along with the document. So that only if you see any digitally signed document, if you click on verify the signature, that document will have the public key. With that public key, it will try to generate the hash. If that hash of the original document versus this particular document is not matching, it will show that signature not verified. Well, so guys, that is what I hope I have given better picture on how the concept of digital signature works. When you are sure that when you are sure on the mechanism how it works. So guys, so that is how about the concept of digital signature works. Hope you understood. If you have any doubts, please reach us or do comment in the comment section. If you like this video, please subscribe, share and comment. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. Well, I would like to share few more things in this video. The public key will be transferred along with the document, or in other situations you can even communicate it separately. And once you see any signed digital document, you can find an option called verify signature if you do a right click on the signature area. And once you click on verify signature, the entire process of verifying with the sender public key, generating the hash, comparing with the original hash, this all process happens in the back end, and you can see message like if the contents are not modified, it says signature is valid, and if the contents are modified, it says signature invalid, contents are modified. Thank you guys. Hope I have given a bigger picture on how the concept of digital signature works in very simple terms. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. For any comments or any questions, please do comment in the comment section. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time.